Hello friend, in last video we have talked about what is Lambda expression, what is anonymous method and what is functional interface. Even we have seen a demo. But here we have talked about functional interface. Let's see a comparison with anonymous classes and what our anonymous classes are. Anonymous classes enables you to declare and instantiate a class at the same time. They are like local classes except that they do not have a name. Use them if you need to use a local class only once. Anonymous classes are not new to Java 8. They are already there in Java 7 also. Why I am talking about anonymous class? Because we are working in Java since version 1, 2, 3 till 7. So how we are working over there and what difference we will bring after Java 8, I will show a comparison here. This is an example of anonymous class. There we have an interface bank, public string banking string name. Example of anonymous classes, we have interface bank gm2 is equal to new corporate bank. Corporate bank is something which is implementing this bank and I'm creating an instance of that and storing it in gm2. Now within this corporate bank, I am implementing the method that I have already abstracted or put it in my interface bank. So here is my bank abstract method and here I am implementing that abstract method just in an anonymous class. And now I am just going and print out this working as GM. Anonymous method of function. Anonymous function is a function definition that is not bound to an identifier. I again repeat, anonymous function is a function definition that is not bound to an identifier. These are a form of nested function in allowing access to variables in the scope of the containing function, known local functions. This means anonymous functions need to be implemented using closures. As defined by Christopher Strachey in Understanding Programming Languages, a first-class object can be stored in a data structure, passed as a parameter, can be returned from a function, can be constructed at runtime, and independent of any identity. Okay, let's see a demo again. This is my old example where I have bank as an interface. Let me go to bank as an interface. This is my bank as an interface. Let me comment this for now. Where I have this as in my abstract method. And this is my corporate bank class F3, which has this method banking. And here I have override this method, which is doing something here. And I have just given the body to this method. Coming back to main, I have gm1 and I'm just calling this banking method and I'm passing some string here. This we have in old Pojo before Java 8, it is working fine, no issue. Now, we are talking about anonymous classes. Let me first comment this back. Now, coming back here. Here, I have bank, where again I have this corporate bank. But this time, instead of putting semicolon, I have put it some curly braces here and put it semicolon after that. That means I am implementing that method which is defined in bank interface, that is banking, here within my corporate class. Since we are doing this here only and we are not dependent on this method, that's why we are calling it as an anonymous class. Is it working fine? Let's see. Save this back. Run this. Yes, it is running fine. Arun, we have done this for corporate bank, which is one of the class which is implementing bank. Can we do same for industrial bank also? which is also implementing bank? Yes, why not? Let's see our another example. Let me again comment this back. Let me come here. And there is no change here. Simply I have my industrial bank as anonymous class. I'm implementing that banking method here, and I'm printing that similar fashion. Let's and let me run this bank. And it's giving me government industrial bank. Verify. Again coming back here, if my bank, as we have putting this thing, this interface is now not a functional interface, and I have two methods here. One which is returning string, one which is returning int. Do my main class has any error? No, nothing. It's fine. No, it has error. What is this error? Around Lambda project industrial bank is not abstract and does not override abstract method. So, okay. My industrial bank here does not implementing that. So let me basically go and implement it. Okay. Now, if you are implementing this, again your corporate also has to implement that back. Let me implement this method. Fine. Let me go back to main. Now I think there should be no issue. Yes, there's no issue. Fine. Can I have one more method here? Let me come back here. Now let me, instead of doing string, let me have int. Let me have int. Let me have triple two. And let me return this triple two. And what is the name of this method? This is banking one. Coming back here, banking one and banking one, and let me send this as triple two. Value. Let me run this back, and it is returning me 0. Why? Because I have called this method here, gm22. I should do this as gm22. Now it should give me triple 2. And yes, it is giving me. So this is my basically old way of doing programming, and I'm very fine and very good. Now coming back to Lamda expression. Let me come back to Lamda expression. And my Lamda expression will give me some error. What this error is multiple non-overriding abstract method on interface. So if your interface has two non-abstract methods, then you cannot apply your Lamda expression like this, because Lamda expression would only apply on your anonymous function or anonymous interface on a functional interface only. If it would be a functional interface, then only you can go and apply it, else not. So we have gone through the anonymous classes in this tutorial. Let's move further.